Okay, Dandavat Vila Govindas.
Dandavat Vila Govindas.
Dandavat Romes, or what, I forget the name of the town near the Romans.
Dandavat Romans.
And Dandavat Moscovians, Rasananda Prabhu, Dandavat.
Dandavat.
And Rasamoy Pandita Devi Rasi, our West Londonian, possibly in Amsterdam. I do not know. I'm not sure where she is. Amsterdam. Okay, in Amsterdam as we speak. And oh, Sri Hari Prabhu in person. You were represented very well by Ishwari recently in the last Brazil Zoom. All right, so dear devotees, one by one are joining. So let us begin interpretation. Please choose your language from Rasana. Happy to Ekadashi Brata. Yes, Prabhu. Jai Shri Ekadashi Brata ki Jai. All right. So we'll begin with Vandanam, our mini Vandanam as we do, and we shall continue from there. Okay, Hari Gopal Prabhu, you good? To the credit of Hari Gopal Prabhu, by the way, I know he's not going to translate it into Russian, but we all had about 4 minutes to set up our Zoom this evening. We've been in the Latvian retreat evening program, and maybe, where's Hari Gopal Prabhu sitting? Maybe he's going to have lots of other devotees with him, but I'm not sure where he's sitting. Okay, let's begin. Bandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalang Shri Gurun Vaishnavangscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tang Sajivam Sarvetam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitamscha Om Jnanatirmirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuran Militam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Mahavaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaura Tvijay Namaha Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. All right, beautiful. So very happy to have you all with us. Sachi Devi also with us. And yes, all good. You have been, both of you, Sachi Devi and Pandita and Saraswati, have all been remembered by the hosts here in Latvia, where we are at the moment. And because they have a lot of lady interested persons, and the 3 of your names were mentioned in particular, they should come and warm the hearts of the lady seekers. Anyhow, step by step, we can fill in those gaps, but here we are also in Vila Govinda, where they are fasting on Ekadashi evening in order to be with the Monday Zoom. So we're happy to have Vila Govinda with us and each of the devotees. And here is Keshavananda Prabhu. He's also from Vila Govinda and from London and from Vrindavan and elsewhere to Salt Lake City. Oh yes, he's got Salt Lake City DNA in him also. So we are very happy to be in the association of each of you, and we're seeing all of your names and very happily individually actually greeting you all en masse. Is that possible? So beautiful to see you all the way from Brazil to Ireland to Russia to here Bhakti online with the stars, and to Thailand and Russia, Ireland, yes, Kiev, Brazil, and Ukraine, Florida, and not sure where Leela Sundar Prabhu is at the moment. Leela Sundar.
Mm.
Our Ukraine Leela Sundar? Just wondering. Maybe you can reveal yourself and then we will know. Anyway, dear devotees, just reporting from this side of the world that we are currently in Latvia, but we were in Lithuania, and for the first time actually presenting Krishna consciousness in Lithuania. There's a microphone problem, is it? Anangalata Didis written. Oh, Leela Sundar in Brazil. Prabhu, thank you. We do have, yes, another Leela Sundar. Brazil, thank you very much. Grazie. And Chaitanya Moy, just have a check that everything's okay with the microphone. In the chat, Anangalata, she put a comment. It's in Portuguese, so I don't know. Govinda, Govinda. Everybody has to select their own language. We've got English selected in the interpretation button. Are we okay? All right, okay, perfect. So just first of all, to start the Monday Zoom, we're here and we've been in Lithuania, and we can just say that first impressions of Lithuania after doing public programs, meeting sincere seekers, and doing Harinam Sankirtan in Lithuania over the period of 2 nights. We stayed there 2 nights, so 2 nights and 2.5 or 3 days like this, is that they are, as everywhere, I suppose, very much needing Krishna consciousness and wishing they'd heard about Krishna consciousness before. Why haven't we heard about Krishna consciousness? So really, don't be shy, anybody, for sharing with others something about Krishna consciousness, because we think that, oh, everybody knows about Krishna consciousness. But really, everyone does not know about Krishna consciousness. Some have had some contact, but even those who've had some contact probably don't really understand the substance of what is coming in the Krishna consciousness as given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and our guardians. So Lithuania was, well, I had no idea what to expect, but it was a happy surprise, we can say. And then from Lithuania, we've come to Latvia, and now we're on the 2nd day of the retreat. And here in Latvia, we had we've got over 40 devotees, because 40 are taking prasadam, plus others who are serving, etc. So we've got quite a few devotees and guests and those who are visiting, like day visiting, like that. So we're very happy to start these first 2 days of the retreat in Latvia with a lot of enthusiasm from the devotees and the public. And today, by the way, we had something which I'm sure will please Gurudev and Guru Maharaj, and that is we had a flag hoisting. We took permission from the place where we are, because it's not exactly our place, but we hoisted Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math flag on their flagpole with their permission, with the mat logo as Gurudev designed it. And it's a tall flagpole, real flagpole, metal flagpole. And we hoisted it there with kirtan and with the blowing of the conch, like blowing of the conch, as is done in Navadip when the new flag is raised, and as is done in Koikali, in Dum Dum Park, different temples in India. The example given by Gurudev, that especially when a new flag is going up on a Gaura Purnima day, special days, then this with kirtan, conch, it's an auspicious event, hoisting the flag of showing Mahaprabhu's line. And this flag is the flag with the logo on it. So then when we hoisted the flag, we're all thinking, oh dear, there's no wind. The flag is just kind of lying down, so you can't really see the flag blowing. And then as the kirtan is going on, the wind starts to blow and the flag comes straight out, and we saw it. So actually the devotees feeling that Gurudev is really pleased, and I mean the things are going on, every wave is favorable, so every blowing of the wind is favorable in Krishna consciousness. So anyway, just sharing some of these things, and we've had a full day today from before dawn, devotees chanting Gayatri and Harinam Japa, outside, well, some outside, some inside. There are mosquitoes in this part of the world at this time, but some outside and some inside. And starting before Mangalarti, then we've had a full and beautiful day with the devotees, and they are meant to be with Gopal. We had a long evening, I mean, we had a full evening program, so they probably needed a break for a short while. But they have other programs which are running with Kamala Sundari, who's come from Italy also, and so she's also keeping busy, and she's going to do soon, not quite yet, she's going to do a program with them. Hare Krishna. So this is our news, and just by the quantity of devotees in one place, I'm going to ask Vila Govinda Ashram, some spokesman, to share some news. We've been following, maybe not every word, but following the lively morning programs from Vila Govinda, broadcast at 7:30 a.m. Italy time. So we're happy to be able to share in that lively program. But now I shall be quiet, and Vila Govinda Ashram will share the speaking, maybe all with one voice. They will say, ...
Madhusudan Maharaj ki
Jai.
No, wrong.
Yeah.
So give it up.
Who wants to be?
You are.
No, you. No,
Is
you're
it
our
up to the
resident.
microphone actually? Yeah, microphone is yours.
Aye.
The microphone is on. We can all hear you all umming and ahhing. You know, if you come in front of the camera, you always have something in your pocket to share. So,
You don't talk a lot to the camera.
Well, so the theme is every day is a festival
oh,
for those
yes.
who participate, right?
Thank you. Spasibo bolshoi. Grazie mille. Yes, that's correct. And actually, we have a whole bunch of devotees who can agree to that here. We see them on Zooms, but they're in person in the programs, and everyone's very lively. But yes, thank you for the reminder. Now, Kelly, please. Kelly Kadamba Devirasi, please continue.
Dhanavad Maharaj. Well, we heard this expression a lot from Srila Gurudev. He really also loved to say the sun never sets on Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat. And this was something that gave him a lot of joy, that all around the world at any time of the day was kirtan going on, the glorification of Guru Maharaj, our acharyas, and devotees engaging in Harikatha, and yeah, that the sun never sets. Always there's something going on in our motts around the world, and he really was very pleased with that. And so this same expression of every day is a festival for those who participate, I was thinking about because it's like where the doors are always wide open, and we're being invited to participate, but whether or not we actually come forward and offer ourselves is another matter. But we're always dependent on the grace of Nityananda Prabhu. And I was thinking about how Raghunath Das Goswami when he was trying to travel to see Mahaprabhu. He wanted to leave his family life, and because I don't know how many people know the story, maybe many, I'm not sure, but he lived a very affluent life, and he had all of the possessions anyone could want. He had a beautiful wife, he had everything, and he was completely and utterly sold to Mahaprabhu, and he wanted to give up his family life and join the Sankirtan of Mahaprabhu. And he tried to escape his family home many times, and he was brought back. And then at one point they thought maybe we'll have to tie him up. But then one time he he heard that Nityananda Prabhu was going to be nearby, or he had arrived to a place nearby, Panihati, and he thought, oh no, he was giving his obeisances from afar. Is that right, Maharaj? Yeah.
Yes, yes, correct, yes.
Nityananda Prabhu called him over and he said, "You're a thief. Why are you behaving like a thief? You're trying to reach Mahaprabhu." How did he say it exactly? Basically, you're just trying to go direct to Mahaprabhu. If you satisfy me, then I'll give you entrance straight away, automatically. So he asked him to put on a festival there and feed all of his devotees and associates, and it ended up being this incredibly wonderful festival where he brought all this chipped rice and yogurt and banana, and they put it into all these clay pots, because obviously they couldn't cook. I mean, well, they could, but it was a quick spontaneous festival, and he brought oceans and oceans and oceans of chipped rice ingredients, and there was no place for anyone to sit. Even they were even in the river taking they had a clay pot, and they're in the river taking this chipped rice prasad. Anyway, really, really, really sweet pastime. And after that, Nityananda Prabhu was very satisfied with Raghunath Das Goswami, and he told him, "Okay, now you have the grace of Mahaprabhu," and he sent him home, right? And then very quickly after that, there was an occasion where Raghunath Das Goswami could, he was able to escape, and he made his way very quickly to Mahaprabhu, and that's where he attained the shelter of Mahaprabhu's lotus feet. But the point is, it was through Nityananda Prabhu, and we're always reminded by Srila Gurudev, Guru Maharaj, that we always need to pray for his grace. And no doubt there's always a festival going on, but we want to actually we want to somehow get some entrance that we can actually be taken into that service life and offer ourselves, and not just be sort of like on the outside, like bees on the outside of the jar but can't get in. So anyways, that's what I was thinking about.
Yeah, yes, and even we can participate, but if it's not with our heart, then what is the participation? But actually, you see, with the devotees, when everybody comes together, they are magnetizing each other, and so some good result comes.
Nice.
All right. So Keshavananda Prabhu is here, and let's see whether we've worn him out today or whether he's got a few words still to say.
Hare Krishna.
Okay.
Dandavata tutti. And you forgot to mention the Skushanka, the condensed milk there
You're not in.
in Panihati. So we, yes, we're here being super enlivened by the association of the devotees of Latvia and the guests that have come with them through their affectionate dealings with people that they've met. And we're getting so much nourishment and energy from that, from those interactions. It's so beautiful and sweet. We're seeing people that came to the first festival or the second festival. Some have become initiated. This is the third festival. Some have become initiated, and it's just wonderful. Just that this is such a wonderful thing. That the wealth of our masters is inconceivable, and they are freely giving in a grand mahotsava, a grand festival. If we can jump into that flow, if we can try to offer ourselves into that flow. And so we're seeing so much, we know we've all been in festivals, so we know it's kind of a little frantic time. There's many things going on, but it's so wonderful. And the devotees are shining, and everywhere you look, somebody is doing something, and all the guests are joining in, and very wonderful. What can we say? Very wonderful. So we're telling them everyone about the festivals in Italy. We're telling them about the festivals in London. So our apologies now. Half of Latvia shows up, but Gurudev will harmonize everything. Everything will go nicely. Very wonderful. Now we can see Devananda Prabhu in London. Very nice to see him. West
Yes. Jai
Jai.
Devananda.
He's in the garden there in London, looking so beautiful. He's so good with the plants and with all the maintaining the beautiful garden of West London. And they're now in their newly refurbished, painted temple room that all the devotees worked so hard. It's a big, high room, and it needed a lot of work as well as painting and filling in and so many things. So Mahaprabhu moved to another room, and we had the arti there, which was very sweet actually, and very intimate. And the pujaris were very happy because it was easier to put the garland onto Mahaprabhu than on the big altar. But now he's moved back, so the devotees, along with their Lord, are back in his grand painted, beautiful temple. So we're happy to see the devotees there. We're happy to see the nourishment of the temple room there. And I don't always have something in my pocket, I have to say, but actually today I have literally something in my pocket because I picked up a book and this shloka fell out that I'd written down at some point and then promptly forgotten all about. And it's such a wonderful shloka because, we're always relishing and trying to live our lives in the spirit of Tat Penu Kampam, that every wave is good. Every wave is in fact more than good. It's beautiful, and it's coming directly from the Lord and directly, personally adjusted for my upliftment. And this is from the Prema Vaivata of Jagadananda Pandit. And just a little shloka. It says, Gauravari rasa poshta e machajan, shakala goranga dasa e katati man. And the English is, know that the enemies of Gaura are simply nourishers of rasa. Everyone is a servant of Gauranga, accept this truth. So I thought this was super, super wonderful, beautiful in that line that we hear so much from Guru Maharaj about. Even the enemies of Gora are simply nourishers of rasa. They are simply providing spice to the brew. They are simply adding the masala to the, well, grechka here, the masala to the soup. Anyway, that was literally in my pocket, so I thought I'd bring it out.
Back in your
Put it
pocket.
back in my pocket
Well,
now. Learn that one. It's quite a simple, short Bengali shloka to think about, not a very long Sanskrit shloka. So we're feeling very happy and very enthusiastic, because that's what devotees give to each other. Maharaj used the word magnetize. And this is absolutely the truth. We magnetize each other. And when the devotees are together and they're serving happily and harmoniously and affectionately together, then really we've gone into a different world. It seems like we've entered into a different world. We're far away from the wheel of samsara, from the world going on. We're living in the world, but we're living in this wonderful place under the beautiful cooling lotus feet of Nityananda Prabhu, Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Radha Krishna, and of course our own dear masters who have personally taken us in and offering us everything. So to get to try to share that with people is a great privilege and wonderful thing. And everybody's, I mean, the devotees have brought so many nice people here, you know. I mean, Suresh Prabhu is heads up the program here, and he's so wonderful, and so many devotees. I mean, I'd have to name them all really. Udaran Prabhu, Namapriya Devi, many. And today it's the sort of first official day of I think today is the first official day, although it feels like we've been here about 3 weeks already, but today was the first official day.
Well, the festival started as soon as we drove in, really, because
as soon as we got the plane. And so today we had a circle in the garden, and everybody was introducing themselves and saying why they came to the festival. And so many of the guests were saying, oh, I met Suresh Prabhu, or I met
Chintamani.
Chintamani did it, yes. Or I met, anyway, you know, they had some interaction somewhere, not in the temple, not in, I think that one girl, she'd just gone to buy some milk or something. She'd gone to buy some milk and she ran into Suresh, and now she's here and, you know, happily. And we've seen previously, somebody mentioned it in that circle, that in the beginning, although I didn't feel it this year, in the beginning, people are a little shy. They don't know everybody. They just come. It's a little strange environment, not what they're used to. And then 4 days later, when we're having our leaving circle, they're crying and saying, oh, I don't want to leave. I just want to stay here forever like this. In just a short time. And Suresh Prabhu, he was saying, oh, I have 3 surprises. I have 3 surprises. And the surprises were the beautiful flag, proper flag, real flag on a real flagpole. And it's got the EU flag on one side and the local flag on the other. And in the middle is the Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math flag. That was wonderful. And then he's had printed on silk or some cloth a beautiful big picture of Sri Govinda Kund with the temples in the corner and the Bengalis around, that we've put behind the tables where we have the altar. It's a big mirror there, and it was very kind of, it's not what you want at the end of the temple room. And last year we'd sort of half tried to cover it with a sari or something. But this year he's made this beautiful. So we're sitting there with Giriraj and the picture of the deities and little Gaur Nitai deities also. And then behind them, there's Sri Chaitanya Saraswati Math in all its shining glory. Yes. So this was such a great idea. And every time we look there, we're remembering something or we're thinking something. We only have to look there. This morning we were talking about how the temple grew and how the artis grew. You know, it began with Shishi Guru Goranga Gandhava Govinda Sundarji, and then when Guru Maharaj left, his temple appeared, and so we would go first to his arati and then to the deities, and then Shri Govinda Kunda manifested with Giriraj, so Giriraj Arati and Parikrama of the Kund, then to Srila Guru Maharaj, then to the deities, then Sada Shiva Gangadhara.
This is the morning, this is the daily program.
Daily program.
Navadip is describing.
I was saying, I remember when Sri Govinda Kund just recently manifested in its current glorious form, and I just arrived in India and I was very fired up. Yes, I'm going to go to the Sadashiva Gangadhara Arti. It's the first Arti of the day. So I got up at 3:15, but I was late to the Arti. I'm like, unbelievable. So we're remembering these wonderful things, and we always remember with such happiness, and it's just delightful that when we say and then Sadashiva Gangadhar was installed by the grace of Srila Gurudev. And what song did he choose to as the Arti song? And those devotees who haven't been or don't know, they're trying to think. And then when you say he chose, oh hey Vaishnava Thakur Doyara, everybody, you can see everybody just sort of melts a little bit. They melt a little bit because it's so beautiful that Guru Maharaj chose this beautiful song as the glorification of Sadashiva. So and then he had the third surprise was another big cloth printed picture, which is the mat itself with the Samadhi temple, just the domes, you can say, beautiful, hanging on the wall in this honey house where we are, Madhusudan, not Dham, but anyway.
Well, Honey House Empire is the translation.
Right.
A quite bold statement, the empire.
So we're always, wherever we go, we're always kind of humbled by the service commitment and energy of the devotees, whether we're in London, or whether we're in Villa Govinda, or whether we're in Sweet Lake City, wherever we go, and we see the dedication of the devotees in these places, and we see the happy jumping into the current of people who've literally just come from the spa shop on the corner getting some milk, and somehow or other this Sukriti thing, which is so mystical and amazing, somehow or other they're now taking prasadam and hearing Chaitanya Charitamrita. And we just do the program in the morning and the evening. We do the mat program. So we sing the songs and we read the book and we do the parikrama and we do that as if we were there in Navadip Dham, as if we were there in Villa Govinda, as if we were there in London. We're doing the same thing. And then, of course, during the day, more informal, everybody's busy doing the various services and talking and meeting and making friends, meeting new people, seeing old people, old friends, new friends. And we, many of the devotees in the circle today were saying how, they're just saying wonderful things, how they didn't think people like this existed, and the flow of the heart and the affection, beautiful things. So we must never be unappreciative. You know, if Mohanananda Prabhu was here, he had his birthday today, so we had birthday celebrations for our dear Mohanananda, and he always likes to talk about gratitude and how grateful we are that our masters mercifully have given us this opportunity to participate in a grand festival that does in fact continue every day, and we know that it's continuing every day in London, it's continuing every day in Vilagovinda, and it's continuing every day in Latvia, although Suresh Prabhu now is realizing he may have to, you know, we've got friends now in Vilnius who would very sincerely saying, please come back to the yoga studio, we'll bring all our friends. And then we're going to Estonia at the end as well, so we don't know what will happen there. So the Latvian Sangha is growing beautifully, and long may it continue. Jai Gurudev.
Just one example. Hare Krishna. And another thing, that every day is a festival in Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math for those who participate. But we must always be careful to appreciate what we have, because it's easy. Okay, if you visit the temple or any of, the ashrams, which, you know, ideally, hopefully they are the temple in the different parts of the world. But whenever we go to a temple, then for the first few days, it's easy to be enthusiastic because, oh, we've got this life. But also it's a journey, so that mood of every day is a festival for those who participate must continue, and that means the participation must continue, and we mustn't take for granted that we can hear live Chaitanya Charitamrita every day. We can be in the kirtan live, actually in the kirtan participating and doing service with the other devotees. And one thing is, even the very new people who came from the milk shop, whatever it is, they were immediately asking, what can we do? And so, yes, they can do something. And so everything came together actually very quickly, from arriving, opening the door and coming in. Very quickly, everything was like transformed from a regular retreat center to our center with the things that we needed. So that also, we need to be able to keep up our participation. And in a temple, we can say it's easier because we've got everybody else as our checks and balances, or we're going to participate. But it is more difficult probably at home to keep up a regular routine. So it is something which is an example of what can be done. But when we go to our homes, we must try to keep that same kind of energy going. And if we do get the opportunity to stay in a temple for some time, wherever it is in the world, we should try to see every day that it's like a privilege to be in the temple, that we've got this opportunity, and we must use it carefully. And we've got a string of devotees who've told me they've got married, they've done this, they've got successful businesses, and successful and failed businesses, many things. But repeatedly they've told me, the best days of my life was when I was in the temple. I should never have left. Things like this. But the material world pull is very strong. But to make one's home the temple, this is the key, actually. Because if we can make our home and our environment the temple, then every day still is a festival, because we're able to connect in the current of Guru Maharaj and Gurudev by doing what we're meant to be doing. Hare Krishna. But universally we can say, wherever we go and devotees participate, it's wonderful. And when there's a temple and it's like pulling teeth to get devotees to come to a program or something, they live there for years, they don't have to go to the program. They feel they don't have to go to the program. Oh, I've done all that. Then somehow or another, it's sad, I can say, And Srila Gurudev lived in the temple from the age of 17. So there we are. And Gurudev, Guru Maharaj giving us the example. And in the later days, it's true, Gurudev didn't go to all the programs, but many will have heard him. Chaitanya Mahadev, you almost certainly heard him also say, I want to go to the program, but now my health condition, I cannot go. And he would often go down to give his honor and everything to the deities, to the devotees, and then go around and come back up. And the very last years, less, because of so many other duties and bodily difficulties. And some of my very happy pictures I see of Srila Gurudev is when he's sitting in the Nat Mandir with us, sitting with the regular crew, and he's sitting there with the mridanga or with the kartals. He's singing, he's reading the Chaitanya Charitamrita. I mean, and Gurudev was so happy to do that. And we are very grateful too. We saw those times with Gurudev when he was in his younger years. We knew him first when he was 52 years old. 1982, he was 52 years old. Hare Krishna. Anyway, every day is a festival in Sri Chaitanya SCSMath for those who participate. And by the grace of the devotees, in Brazil, we've got the centers. In Italy, we've got the centers. In London, we've got centers. In Ireland, here we've got Vijayananda Prabhu, Saumya Sham Prabhu. In Ireland, here. And around the world, in Ukraine. And Ukraine, we saw, it was in Lithuania. We saw one big curtain, and immediately I thought it was the castle that they have, the Govinda land in Ukraine, where they've got the center. And in Kiev, they've got the center, which is still going on despite all the difficulties in the city. And in Govinda land, and all over the world, dotted around some centers and the devotees' homes. Hare Krishna. And St. Petersburg, Gunali in St. Petersburg. She is there. Hare Krishna. We're scrolling through the devotees. Okay, we would like a volunteer to share something in Portuguese or in Russian or in English.
Don't know Russia ones. And maybe the internet's gone off.
Maybe it's
Dandavat.
Dandavat.
Bhuvana Sundari Devi Rasi, Dandavat. Happy to hear from you and see you. See.
Gratidão. Eu fiz uma live no TikTok falando sobre o Bhagavad Gita. E nessa live as pessoas vieram me procurar.
Bhuvana Sundari, one moment. Chaitanya Moy, did you have to change something so we can hear your English?
Yeah, okay.
Yes, perfect. Okay, very good, Bhuvana Sundari. Continue, we can hear you in English, yes.
Ok. Thank you. Então, eu fiz uma live no TikTok falando sobre o Bhagavad Gita. E aí, no final dessa live, as pessoas vieram me procurar. E era uma senhora muito simples. Eu percebi que ela era muito simples mesmo, de educação, de instrução. E eu falando sobre o Bhagavad Gita, e ela meio que não estava entendendo o que eu estava falando. Eu não entendo a sua religião, é muito difícil. Então, eu queria saber como que eu posso chegar nesses corações assim, porque a maioria das pessoas que vêm ao meu redor, elas são mais simples, são mais humildes. Tem pouca instrução mesmo. Então, como falar do Gita, como falar da consciência de Krishna para essas pessoas, para eu não assustar, numa forma que eu não assuste, que eu fale e elas possam me compreender e eu também dar a instrução correta, de eu falar de uma forma que eu vá ajudar. É lógico que eu não sei nada do Gita, né? Não entendo muita coisa. O que eu aprendi foi muito com o Gora Nataraj. Então, bom, Prabhu, mas é nesse sentido, como que eu posso ajudar melhor? Dandavat.
Dandavat. So now I'll speak in English. Okay, we're good? Okay, so one immediate, like very practical advice is that you can say to the people about Bhagavad Gita, about the Vedas, about the great knowledge that is there, and you can also refer them to the Home Comfort booklet. Because there, if you see the very beginning of that book, Srila Guru Maharaj, he says, listen attentively. I'm going to explain to you completely impartially about the truth, essentially. I don't have the words exactly in front of me. But Guru Maharaj, he is explaining to everybody, to us, but to the general people, about where we live and the potential of our life, about the plane of exploitation, the plane of renunciation, the plane of dedication, about the search for joy, the search for our home. That will only come in dedication. So, from Hari Gopal, how to preach to simple people. It was in English. Oh, okay, you were responding to that. Okay. Okay. So we are all actually simple people. And I certainly remember when I first reading the books, I definitely didn't understand everything, especially the names and so many things. But when it was explained in like simple language, exploitation, renunciation, dedication, and then about our the possibility for everybody to come home to the land of joy, which is the land of dedication, then it all kind of just made so much sense that this is for me, it's for everybody. It's not for a yogi, it's not for those who are so brainy and have to analyze everything. It is for simple people. So I would recommend that rather than first giving them Bhagavad Gita, perhaps, for the regular person, because there's a lot to digest in Bhagavad Gita. It's on a battlefield, for instance, which is often a difficult one to cross over, even from the beginning. But Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Sridhar Maharaj's book, Home Comfort, from the beginning is giving us this promise that we've got a home which is so sweet and beautiful. And repeatedly, today and yesterday, different ways, I've heard Guru Maharaj saying about the sweetness of home comfort, to understand what is that beautiful rasa, that taste, that which is where you're in the completely safe, loving environment. And that is Krishna consciousness. And the heart of everyone, whether a rogue or whether a millionaire, is looking for that kind of rasa, looking for that kind of inner satisfaction. And of course, there's the book by Guru Maharaj, Affectionate Guidance. Affectionate guidance. We're being guided out of illusion and towards reality with affection. And if somebody is fortunate, I think they must pick up Guru Maharaj and Gurudev's affectionate, caring mood. And I think this will touch their heart. Because Krishna really is giving philosophy but in a heartful way. But I can say my own life, I read Bhagavad Gita second. And first I read one book, which was The Science of Self-Realization by Srila Prabhupada, which fits that similar category of explaining things to somebody who doesn't know anything, and they're being introduced to the proper wisdom, the wiseness of the East, the wiseness of what Krishna has given himself and through Veda Vyas, who is empowered by him, given through Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Krishna himself, as a devotee, the perfect devotee. So I first read The Science of Self-Realization, and then got some background of the basic things that normal people need to, first of all, understand. That we're not the body, we've got karma, we're temporary in this world, but we do live, and then there is a plane worth living for. And to go there, we should chant the holy names of the Lord. And so for me, because it was that time when there were no books of Guru Maharaj, we hadn't got that worldwide knowledge. People didn't know really about Guru Maharaj, but books of Srila Prabhupada, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, had been broadly distributed. And I'm thankful to the distributors, because I got one of those books, which actually changed my life, you can say. And then my second book was Bhagavad Gita. Eventually, it wasn't immediate, but I only had one book, so I was reading this one book. When by the time I got to Bhagavad Gita, then perhaps I was a little protected from it, having to cross over the idea that it was on a battlefield, because already Srila Prabhupada has quoted many times from there, and so we know it's got special knowledge. And similarly, Srila Guru Maharaj and Srila Gurudev continuously quoting from Gita. So this is a suggestion from me. And you can think about your own life, what attracted you, what made something happen with you. That may also be the same thing which your friends will appreciate. And those who heard your discourse on Gita, you can help them by sharing things that gave you inspiration first. Is that helpful?
Sim, muito. Gratidão.
Okay. Anyway, some idea. Yeah. Some idea. We're sharing ideas. And Bhagavad Gita, I mean, it is amazing. I think if anyone will actually keep going in Bhagavad Gita, they must be also just astounded at the clarity of thought, the clarity of the message of Krishna. Just one or two obstacles you have to digest along the way. Who has a... Oh, there's Sachi and Pandita, both together. We've got both in one screen. Yes. And actually, if you turn your phone sideways, we'll see you like on a TV, and we'll see both of you easily. Or else we'll see you both lying down, depending on your settings. Yes, both lying down. I think you have to turn off lock rotation, and then you'll do better. Okay, just do it the same way up. It's all right. It's all good.
Let me try.
Important thing is what you'll say. It's okay, you're squashed together.
Oh, gosh, well, I'll leave that up to Sachi.
Good. Now is good. Now you look like a TV screen and not like we're looking through the prison bars.
Dandavat Maharaj, Dandavat, all the devotees, so wonderful to see you all. What I was thinking when we had also some visitors here where we are, and we are in Amsterdam now, and we see actually this identification that you think you are controlling everything, and your happiness is depending on your enjoyment. And that is also what you were saying to that lady, like first you're not the body, what Maharaj also mentioned. What are you then? You are a soul, and the soul is a particle of Krishna, the Lord, the beautiful Lord. And you can tell about how beautiful Krishna is, and what the theme of today, the joy of that we may participate, because Gurudev came in our life, and our gurus told us about Mahaprabhu and Radha and Krishna, and they are our lords, and they are we are a part of them. So that is for us who know it, and the people who just beginning to know about this, that is opening a big a big knowledge, truth, wisdom about you are not in control. You are not, your happiness is not coming from enjoyment that has come from outside to you. That happiness is within you. That happiness is within you in relationship with the Supreme Lord, with the Guru, and with Mahaprabhu. And that to more and more, because Maharaj said also, and that was one of my questions, why is it that I just heard about all this wonderful wisdom just now? Why is that not everybody knows about this, that we are not the body, and Krishna is the supreme beautiful Lord. He's full of sweetness and beauty and wonderfulness. And then what I have experienced in my life, that is a process of purification to understand this wisdom more and more, that you are a particle of that Lord through your service, through your devotion. And that I heard from a devotee's preaching that what is nectar? It is not that devotion is giving you nectar. Devotion is already nectar, that you can dedicate your life to the Lord. That is the joyfulness of every day. Is a joy in the life of the devotees of Sri Chaitanya SCSMath, in that wonderful guidance of Gurudev and Guru Maharaj, and that we can live every day in the temple, outside the temple, if we participate in service, in our chanting, in our reading with a lot of people or alone. That is a very, very joyful existence. Unbelievable that the Guru has come to give us that life with a relationship with the Supreme Lord. And that is something that every day we open our life eyes, that we may think, oh, I can live for the Lord. I can live to do it better. I can live to refine my existence in infinite ways. Okay, I hope, I don't know, something, little thing of my side on that.
Beautiful, Sachidevi. And this festival that we're in, I mean, we've just been sharing something about from here. The last 2 years, and Suresh Krishna gave it the title, The Journey to Joy. The Journey to Joy. This year, he's given it the title, The Joyful Journey to Joy. So
Yeah.
we're being miserable on the way. One thing about every day is a festival for those who participate. What is participating is participating with other devotees. And one thing we see very clearly here and everywhere, really, London and every place, it's not singling out one place. That is, when we are with honest devotees, when we're with devotees who just have the same ideal, the same path, the same thing, they're coming for Krishna consciousness, not for anything else. When we're with that section, when we're with those devotees, it's automatically happy. So it's a festival when we're with the devotees. And this is very much the substance of a festival. And to be with the devotees, doing what our masters are expecting we will be doing. So it's all related in seva to make our masters happy, to be with the devotees. It is joyful. To serve with devotees is joyful. To do Sankirtan, chanting with devotees is joyful. And who a couple of days ago said, it's so different to read with a reader and with others than to read at home. So everything, all aspects, they become just much more enlivened when we're with other devotees who are on the journey. So every day is a festival, and we're very happy to have the Zoom festivals with the devotees, to be with so many devotees connected in this way. And here also we've been meeting people who we've met on Zoom. And this one man here, we've seen on Zoom, and then we're here in person, and he's happy, we are happy. I mean, Zoom is also joyful when we're with our devotee family, and this Zoom is joyful. And we're happy to see you all, and of course, we don't have time for everyone here to lead a kirtan, for everyone to say something every time. But you all know that we try to share out the leading of kirtans. And by the way, today, Udaran Prabhu, very brave. He led Sujana Buddharadita Parayutam, and well. He led it well. But very brave to lead it. Today's Ekadashi, it's traditional to sing, so we are also, as Keshavan said, we're trying to hold the traditional, more or less the same as in Navadip, these programs, so the devotees can know what is the standard program. And the standard program is joyful. Every day is a festival for those who participate. And actually, we'd love to hear from so many of you. Sri Hari, who is sitting very quietly, he can really contribute. He's a hearty influencer in the best sense, of devotees and everything. And all devotees, and you see by his smile, we're very naughty. We saw some beautiful frogs, like 80 centimeter tall frogs a couple of days ago. And then we're thinking, who do these frogs remind us of? They're carved frogs. Anyway, we won't go on this way. But it wasn't you, Sri Haripu. It's okay. But it was a compliment to the devotee who we really thought of, because Keshavananda saw the huge smile on the frog's face. But there were two frogs. They were both in lotus position. One of them was like praying, like he was yogi frog, but big happy smile, big eyes like frog. And the other frog also same big happy, but he's lotus position, but he's carrying something on his head. And so this is the savor emphasis frog, and this is the internal cultivation frog. And a very happy, sorry, Sri Hari Prabhu, but your big smile just now.
I would have
me
no problem.
of-
I would have no problem being the frog, Maharaj. But the question is, I'm not such a yogi as the first one, and not such a servitor like the second one. Sure, it's not me.
But you have the lovely smile, Prabhu, so we're very happy.
Well, okay. So this is about 80 centimeters tall. So this is one of the frogs. I don't know how much you can see of his face. Can you see?
Yes, perfect.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the yogi frog. But it's the smile on the face, and oh, where's the other one? Oh, it's on the same picture. But this is his fellow frog doing seva.
Hare Krishna. Jai.
And these were in the garden of a devotee's house. Our Braja Krishna Prabhu, who was a wonderful host, by the way. Anyway, there's another picture of a yogi. Anyway, they are both very self-satisfied with big smiles on their faces. All right, dear devotees, on this note, every day is a festival with Keshavananda Prabhu. Every day is a festival when we participate in the programs in Chaitanya Saraswati. And we're so happy actually to be with all of you sharing something from here. And we love if you can also share. Oh, Bhuvana Sundari Didi. Oh, is this your question in Portuguese in the chat box from earlier? I think so, probably. Okay, we're all doing good here. Then Tunga Rasadidi says, oh, best of the Kuru dynasty, without sacrifice, one can never live happily on this planet or in this life. What then of the next? And also, oh, there are so many verses which are so encouraging in Bhagavad Gita. Certainly, so encouraging. So well done, Tunga Rasa, you've given us this. Beautiful. All right, we'll let you get back to your lives. We'll let the Italians break their fast. They're having Ekadashi fast and also even fasting from Anukalpa until the end of this now Monday Zoom. And so we let them break their fast. And for each of you, we let you continue your day happily. And many thanks for your question, Bhuvana Sundari Didi. Please, everyone, not to be shy. We're in the association of friends, and everyone's happy to share answers to questions that come as well. And lots of devotees on the next screen too. So to all of you, our obeisances and appreciation, and of course, our grand jais to our grand masters, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rakshira Dev Goswami Maharaj, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Jai, 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 jai to them all. Jai. And to our grandfather, actually for our generation, our grandfather, and really the grandfather of Krishna consciousness in the whole world, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta, Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta, Saraswati Thakur, Jai Jai. And to Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, the inaugurator of our fortune of this wave of Mahaprabhu's message, Ki Jai. To the Sri Rupa Nuga Guru Bhaga, Ki Jai. Nama Acharya, the Acharya of the holy name, Sri Haridas Thakur, Ki Jai. And Jai to all of the assembled devotees, Ki Jai. To Sri Chaitanya Saraswati, Acharya Vrinda, Ki Jai. And Harinam Sankirtan, Ki Jai. Nitai Gaur Premanandi, Hari Hari. Yadu Gopa Prabhu, we'll see you very soon, and the Lord willing. And we come over to Ireland and to Vijayanand, Saumya Sham, the devotees on that side of the world. But we're going to be here a while longer than in Estonia. So please have some good wishes for us that everything goes well with the devotees over here. We have our good wishes for all of you. Correct?
Correct, Maharaj.
Jai
Jai Srila Bhaktiranjan Madhusudan Maharaj ki jai.
Jai.
Nitai Gaur Premanandi Hari Hari Bol. Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. And to each one, we're seeing each of you and remembering each of you, and with heart giving all support. We are here to serve in which way we can. Jai Krishna Mohini Didi, we're seeing you today. Jai in Spain. Beautiful. Jai devotees, one by one by one by one, and we're in touch. Nitai Gaur Premanandi, Hari Hari Bol. Look after each other.
Jai. Jai.
Jai Gurudev, Jai Guru Maharaj.